Hi, my name is Michał and I'm the founder of Scramjet. I'm happy to welcome you to our virtual booth at the API World Conference. We're Scramjet and we'll show you how we solve the fundamental problem in data integration and how we aim to change the industry. The internet is the backbone of the current information society. It brought connectivity to all computer systems in the world. In fact, today, an average company uses over 400 data sources to make decisions. But that data does not live free. From anywhere you look, the other systems are somewhere there behind the internet. There are no cables between a store, a factory, a data center, and the cloud. The ease of deployment to the cloud is great, but if we look at the big picture, we'll see that the experience of using it from the outside is subpar. All the data must flow through public APIs, so it needs to be secured and governed, and that complexity burns thousands of man-hours. You want to act on all your data, anywhere your business is, and in real time. But I've seen so many companies literally halted by the vendors saying that you need to throw away all your custom systems and push your data to yet another store in the cloud. And having brought all the data there, what do you get? A bill and a dashboard. If you're lucky, they'll give you an API too. The data should not be stored somewhere just to be pulled back with a lot of effort. Data should be delivered to where it's needed and then acted upon. We're seeing so many of those low-power computing devices that can be installed anywhere, but the industry relies on old technologies derived from data centers. I mean, Kafka works great in the cloud, but it needs 6 servers to run. And Snowflake allows sharing data sets, but only in their managed database. And Microsoft can deploy Azure locally, but only on hardware-locked systems. To put it bluntly, they give you a dashboard because that's the best they can. And don't get me wrong, I think all those solutions are great, but we're missing something that would bring that value down to where your business is. So what I propose is, don't replace all the systems that you painstakingly built. Make them work in unison with anything you need. And Scramjet will give you a bridge to the cloud systems as if they were sitting in the same room. Because at Scramjet we believe that the data should reach all the systems securely and at once, we think that you should be able to access the data from where it physically is, and then transform it using a free choice of tools available in the cloud or otherwise. And finally, do business anywhere. This is where our motto, Access, Transform, Do, comes from. And this is how we made it real. We've developed the first distributed execution platform with the aim to make anything from a tiny computer to a massive cloud cluster work together so that you can make the best out of all the systems you need. And we've designed the architecture in such a way so you can focus on the integration of the things you care about, not on how to push the data around. The platform consists of the space, a central control and data bridging service, an agent called the Transform Hub that connects any device to the space and waits for orders as your local piece of the cloud. And finally, sequences, the long-lived cloud functions that we deliver to the hubs so that they can work directly with all your systems. We offer this same developer experience as the cloud does, but we treat all the systems equally, same in the cloud and in the physical world, and maybe also on your own systems and the ones at your customers. It's a custom hardware agnostic solution. The open source Transform Hub can be installed on any Linux compatible host. A Raspberry Pi Zero or the tiniest cloud instance is more than enough to run it. The hubs then connect to the space that routes the data between the remote functions, streaming it over a secure protocol that we call Verser that delivers data directly from function to function. Thanks to this, you can collect data from raw storage, local systems, or even sensors. Use the best cloud services from all the cloud providers at the same time, but most importantly, act on the data in real time. doing transactions, stocking factories, and selling your products. No matter if you're integrating existing services or building from scratch, Scramjet has you covered. When we designed our sequences, we wanted to make the code pattern as standard as possible and known to all developers. Using simple iterators and generators, we made cloud functions long-lived so they can handle continuous workloads. The data is streamed between them, chunk by chunk, to functions in other locations. And therefore, if you yield a data point on one side of the globe, you instantly receive it on the iterator on the other side of the globe. And this design worked. Our first ever customer deployed a fully functional POC, pulling the stock from a local ERP system, adding description, pictures, and pricing from a cloud API, and finally publishing it on an e-commerce platform. And this is all the code they needed. A single person got this done in 4 days, way before their AWS team got an estimate back. And do you want to hazard a guess for how much? A whole 2 months for a POC. And okay, now you might be asking, who is this for? Is this for me? Well, let me ask you this. What is the one vertical that the cloud computing addresses? Yes, of course, it's a trick question. It's all of them. So this is for you too. The companies that are already using the platform are a retail chain using real-time stock data from sequences running on hubs in every store, where they treat every single store as a piece of the cloud. An AI company running machine learning training and AI inference sequences on their local GPUs with the cloud and private datasets consumed in real time. In the video industry, encoding sequences in locations where the content is stored and delivering it directly to the customer, omitting cloud and CDNs. And in manufacturing, where a medical lab is using Scramjet to build an environment and machinery monitoring system. For all companies that use the cloud and local computing at the same time, we supply the bridge and the hub for their data. But we found that our customers' use cases have another thing that is interesting. They not only work across different environments, but also across different business entities. Picture this. A startup offering predictive maintenance service only runs functions for data collection and delivery at their customers' premises. But they can have their own AI system deployed anywhere, even in another country. Scramjet allows them to connect their systems from anywhere in the world and integrate their services directly without pushing the data to cloud APIs, and simply move the data between locations. We started this company in 2021 with the Scramjet framework that today has over 1 million downloads. Then we launched our agent, the Transform Hub, that since has been installed over 14,000 times. Through 2022, we worked on testing the platform with over 1,000 developers in a private and public beta. And in July this year, we launched the full version of the platform. And in the 4 months since, we managed to obtain the first customers and most importantly, won the 2 international awards in Silicon Valley, one of which is here at API World. Currently, we're looking for innovative companies that want to leverage our platform to bring all their distributed systems together. We're also aiming to build a strong community of developers who want to try our platform in their own projects. To achieve this, we bring a diverse and award-winning team, the best one Poland has to offer. As a team, we have nearly 2 centuries of professional experience between us, and we have led teams and launched great services in natural language processing, InsurTech, GIS, video streaming, encryption, real-time news, telco, consumer and industrial electronics. We've done so many things, but we still love talking to people in the API industry, hearing their cases and witnessing their aha moments. Now, we'd love to hear yours.